Good morning, everybody. Saturday morning. No treatment today. 4 more days, and that'll be the last one of the radiation. And then we still got the other to continue with. We'll talk about all that later. Finally got us a few days of good weather. We had rain, clouds, storms. Nothing bad here, no damage right around here. Mostly to the north of us, but a lot of rain. Then it turned off wintertime again, so it's a little cool. But I'm doing a few indoor things. Yesterday was the first day I came to the shop. Last week I had a little project on one of those things that I decided not to film. So one I've had was my first Father's Day present. Manufactured in 1983. The Pew Pew was. And it stopped ejecting shells, and I found a bunch of stuff on YouTube of how to fix it with a spring adjustment. I tried it and it worked. So that was one project that took me over 20 years to do. Now another one, almost 20 years. Everybody knows when I fish, I like crickets. I am a cricket fisherman. I will use worms. I'm gravitating more to artificial. A little bit at a time, but still nothing beats a live cricket around here. So I've been using this style cricket cage, which they're like $3 or $4 at most any store. They're okay. They work well. The bad thing about these is they're light. You get going down the river, and if you're not careful, they will blow out of the boat. Ask me and Stump how we know. As soon as it hits the water, it sinks. But these are okay. I have a couple of those. Now, before I got those, all I could find was this style here, which I absolutely do not like these. One thing, see how short they are? I don't like these. Crickets will jump out of them. And that was in 2022. I marked just about everything I get with my name and the date, so I don't forget when I got it. Ideal for me, I used these for years. I made these, scrap wood, and I took the collar out of something like that. Made that one in 2006. Regular house screen wire. Now these are good. I really like them. There's a lot of room in there. You could put 300 or 400 crickets in there easy. Plus your sponge or whatever you use for water. Bad thing about this one as well, it's light. It'll blow right on out of there. I've got 2 of these. They've been on the shelf out there for several years. What I have, and I've had all this stuff forever. This is some of that, whatever kind of board it is that I use for the sink up on the porch. This stuff is very, very heavy. And I got this a good while back. This is stainless steel screen. Very, very fine mesh. It looks like a looks like that, like little filter screen. And don't ask me where this came from, because I have no idea. But it's the same type of stuff. Now the advantage of this over the house screen, that stuff's old. It's starting to get a little rusty. Get a hole poked in it pretty easy. As you can see right there, I put a piece of tape on that one there. And plus you can knock it over easy too. And then there goes several dollars worth of crickets. Because they are not cheap when you can even find them. Good ones around here. So, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to make 2 of these. They'll be just slightly taller. Because I'm going to use the full length height of this. And I think that's like 18 feet. So that's way more than plenty. And I got this a while back from Amazon. Of course, made in China, we knew that, but I don't remember how much it cost. It wasn't much, I don't think. The first step, when we go to the table saw, this edge is not square over here because I cut it with a skill saw, hand saw. We're going to go over to the table saw and square us an edge here. Get our 4 pieces cut out, clean them, and sand them off good, and then we'll see the next part. Plus, I'm on medication to where I can't be in the sun the rest of this week at least. So, I'm stuck inside. Might as well be inside at the shop, right? Alright, we've got our bases cut. I'm just going to cut out all the pieces first, then get it all cleaned up. Get this paint off of it. These are, if you're interested, 9 inches by 9 inches square. And this is the end piece I cut off because we'll have to have 4 corner posts in each one. And that's scrap, but that's about as thick as I want it. So we'll just cut some more of that. I've got plenty more. So what we want to do, put that down because that's going to be inside. Hang on. And we want this to come all the way to the bottom because we got to cut some thin trim pieces and put them around the outside so it don't fray. Okay, now I'm going to trim these holes out. So we just need to get a rough measurement of where we want it. And then there'll be another one. Same up here. Like that. That will go up there. And I can't see it. Now this is not precision measurements by no means. We're not building a space shuttle over here. Just something pretty cool to hold our crickets. Okay, right about there. So we want that to be right there. And I forgot a pencil won't mark on that. Doesn't matter if it's a little bit off as long as they're all the same. There. Now these will be 9 3/4. Now we can set the cut some more of these strips and we can set the chop saw up for make them all the same. So we need 8 of these. Let's go cut some more. Now I'm not dragging the camera back and forth to the table saw. Y'all get the idea. Just set it and cut it. So, be right back. Alright, let me show y'all in case you don't know, which most of y'all probably do if you've ever done much woodworking. The way we're going to get all these the same here on the chop saw. It's a 9 3/4. Let's see how I can do this. Okay, we're going to hold the blade down. Then we're going to push that tape up against it, and I can't do it without setting the camera back down. Hang on. Right there. 9 3/4 is right about there. right there. Put that piece of wood block there. Take this clamp. That's just a stop. That's all that is. Now we'll take our pieces, go up to here, cut it, and each one of them will be the same. Then we can show that right quick. One. Or you can do it from the other side also. That's the end. Don't throw nothing away. There'll be a time somewhere and we'll need that. That way you've got two pieces exactly the same. There's two. Alright, we need 8. See you back at the work table. Alright, got those cut now. So we'll take the belt sander, knock off this paint, get these ready. With one end will be chamfered, the inside edge, and we'll see that in a minute. Now, I'm not going to do a grand spectacular job because I'm not going to paint this. Like I said, it's just a Cricut box. I'll show you one. There you go, cleaned up. Do the other 7, then we'll do the tops and bottoms. A 1-inch square. Instead of setting up the router table and all that, we're just gonna knock this one side. Needs a little chamfer. It doesn't really even need that. It's just when you stick your hand down in there, it's not a sharp edge. So let's see if this will work right quick. Just that sharp edge off, and I think that'll work just fine. That way we don't have to mess up another tool today. Getting close to putting something together. Next step. We'll take one of our blanks here. We're going to mark our corners. Come back because we want to drill a hole right in the center, or fairly close. Drill a hole in each corner, and then we'll pre-drill, and then we'll pre-drill the hole here before we put it together and clamp it up. And that is to hold it all in place. This will make them, if you do it like this, you won't run off center like over here or something. And I've done that plenty of times. So, especially with this material here. It's very, very hard stuff. It's very, very heavy. So we want to get it the first time. I have some stainless screws, I think, big enough to do this. So we'll do this, drill the holes, then we'll cut the top of 2 of these. And we'll show you how we're going to do that and how we're going to handle keeping them in there. Alrighty, let's drill our holes. Got them all marked. I already did one. Now I don't have any stainless screws, but I do have some of these deck screws. 2.5 inch. They'll work. So we're going to use them. We got them. 11/64 pilot hole. I'll drill the hole and I'll move to the little press over here and put a chamfer on it. Show you how that goes. Like that. I'll drill all 4 of them at once before video purposes. I'm gonna drill 1 hole on each chamfer one right now. So there we go. And that'll allow that to sit down in there. That'll be the bottom. Up like that. That'll be the top going down. Alright, let me show you how we're going to keep these guys in there. I don't know what happened to my long straight edge, but this will work. I'm not looking for precise, we just want to get about the center. These will be the tops. Do this one over here, same way. I didn't continue that one, did I? There we go. Now remember, these that I don't like, we're going to use this. See that lip on there? That lip will sit down on top. Now I'm mark the center because I'm going to drill a pretty good sized hole in there where I can get my jigsaw in there. Nothing crazy, we're just going to eyeball it. If it looks straight, it probably is. And I keep saying, this is just a Cricut box and it is for me. One for the front of the boat, one for the back of the boat. Now Stump's got some made out of this material that's a little bit different. It's really slick. This would be if I could slick it, but I ain't worried about all that. And it's just a hole there. And the slipperier surfaces, Cricut won't come, can't climb, you can't get a grip on it like this. They won't go down and up. So there we go. Drill 2 holes, cut it with a jigsaw, go to the orbital drum sander and smooth it out. Then we'll start putting something together. Make sure it fits first. Screw it down to the table. We'll take the jigsaw. Try not to cut the cord in two. It's going to take a little bit. You get the idea. We'll cut the circles out, and then we'll go over to the drum sander, and we'll sand it till we get these to fit just right. Some of my tools have names. This one's name is George. And George needs a new sanding drum. That was dull. Let me see if I got one. Alright, got another new drum on there. A little bit bigger one, but that'll work too. Now this tool is named George because my buddy George donated this tool to the shop years ago. And I thank George every time I use it. Really cool. George is wanting to act up today. Tighten that and it expands out. Let's try it again. I mean, just a little bit. Anyway, get the idea. Just barely trim it until we get that to fit. Then we'll do the other one. Just like that. Alright. Try to show you what I'm doing here. It's hard to film it. Got the bottom two corner posts just sitting there. I've got to also pre-drill these. That's 11/64 bit. And that's going to wind up there. Alright, got our smooth side in the corner. Once I get one in, it'll be a lot easier. So. There we go. Alright, now when the other pieces and the screening all gets on there, it's all going to be tightened up real good. So let's go around here to the bottom side. Do the same thing, see if we can hold it there. I know y'all can't see what I'm doing, sorry about that. But no, we're gonna have to readjust the clamps here. I'll tell you what. Anyway, you get the idea. We're gonna screw all these in. Alright, there's the frame on the first one. Now that will not blow out of the boat. Guarantee you. Now, still got a long way to go. Got to put the other one together. You have to get the screen on. Get some hold down pieces up here. So got to cut those yet. Get the rope handle on there. Maybe I'll get it done today. And maybe not. Not in a big hurry, so we'll see. Alright, y'all, there they are so far. Now, next step, I'm going to take the sander, random orbit sander, and hit the edges a little bit. Get those marks off, not that it matters, but... And I got a couple of spots here where they're not exactly, so I'll take the sander and flush that out. Then we'll get our screen put on. And the very last thing will be the handles. I said I wasn't going to paint it, but I don't think I will. It'll scrape off of there and not stick good anyway, probably. So, alright, be back in a bit. Alright, we got our plastic off the screen finally. start this. It's rolled up really tight. Get it lined up on there. This is just to hold it down. Now I've got the stapler out. I'm going to try with the air stapler. And that should do it. Time to get that down and get it anchored somewhere. Anchored along this bottom over here. Sorry about that. Y'all know y'all can't see what I'm doing, but anyway, I'm gonna try to push it up there and anchor it right there to start with. Then I can start pulling it tight. Got it anchored down there. Stapler worked really well. I was concerned if it was gonna be strong enough, but it's fine. We're just gonna remember this. The trim pieces are going over this. Sort of pulling it tight with my hand. I'm bleeding. Anyway, so like that, gonna go all the way around. When I get to the other side where it's right here, we'll trim it off. And that don't look like 18 feet to me. I hope I got enough. Alright, there we go. For now. Couldn't get it as tight as I wanted it, but that's okay. It's fine. It'll be fine. Now, that's all I had left, so I can't do the other one. I've had this so long, I thought it said 18 feet, so obviously I was wrong. So, anyway, next step. Cut some little thin strips of this stuff. Trim us a little border around here. Put the handle on there, and we'll be done with that. Ready to go fishing. Now, while it's upside down, there, we'll mark it. Now we're going to put the handle on if I can find some rope. I just happen to have some fancy little hardware here. Put one of these on either side, piece of rope and a knot, and we'll take one final look. Nothing I can do with the other one until I get some more of this. I got to figure out where I got it. Alright, y'all. There it is. Won't blow out of the boat. Got a, I didn't have the rope I wanted, but I found that little piece, so that'll work. Thank y'all very much for following along, watching. Like I said, I had all this stuff laying around. I had got this screen originally whenever, I don't even remember when I got it. But just for this, to make some cricket boxes, and I never got around to it. So I'll find, it should be on my catalog of where I buy stuff sometimes, and maybe I can find it again. Not I can find something else to finish that other one. But not like it's going to be used in the next month or so anyway, but I just had to get out and do something. There you go. Once again, thank y'all very much for watching. Thank you for your support. Go build you one. Use whatever you want to build. The reason I built it like this is because you can't buy one like that. So that's it. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all the new subscribers. Great comments. Like and comment, and I'll see y'all next time.